What's up, guys? Matty Marr here for a Pro Swing Tip of the Week. This week we're going to do a pitching tip. Now, I'm not going to do it though. I got a pro with me here. We got Frank Rodriguez. He's playing 8 years, pro ball, Boston, Minnesota, Cincinnati, and Seattle. So Frankie, what are we going to work on today?
We're going to work on the lower half and how to get this going before your top half goes, so everything works in sync, so you can get the most out of all your leg power and support your arm. What we're going to get into today, Matty, is the bottom half of your body, your legs, your most powerful muscles in your body, and the most important ones in pitching. Being able to get in a straight line, being able to maximize all the power you have here so you can support your arm. A lot of injuries occur in the major leagues and young kids, but they get into a situation while they want to throw hard and it's all arm, and that's where you're susceptible to injury. So the number one thing that I really stress with all my kids is being able to stay in the athletic position at all times, right here, and then getting your half, not so much the drop and then drive, because it's a good technique for younger kids, but as you get older, it's tougher because you have to go down, drop, come up, and then come back down. So we want to minimize the amount of moves that we have going towards home plate. So what I like to do is athletic position, up, and then push off this rubber.
Gotcha.
You should be landing as far possible towards home plate as you can. The shorter you get, the more stress on your arm, and the tougher it is to get on top. Your body will be moving this way, and we want to get that angle coming this way.
So by going further, you're almost getting more your lower half involved, so you can throw harder.
And also, obviously, your lower half is in sync with your upper half.
Gotcha.
What your lower half does, it allows you to get here. But when you're as far out as you can, look at how far your arm is going to be towards home plate. It's more this way. So imagine your hand being here and your release point back here. So that could be a difference of somebody getting around on your fastball or somebody being late. When you're from the windup, you want to minimize. You want to just have everything going to home plate. So the number one thing I do see is kids getting so wide this way.
Yeah,
to
absolutely.
come this way, to then come this way. So my suggestion would be short turn and have everything going towards home plate. So it's a short turn here, and you have your balance, and you're coming here, as opposed to getting this way, going this way, and then having it come.
It's like less is more when it comes.
Less is more. But the most important thing is everything has to be going this way. You can't be going in 3 different directions then to go this way. And another point I want to touch up on is the big point about getting far out there with your stride. It shouldn't be a lazy stride. I had a kid in here the other day, 6'8", huge, big pitcher, big body, and I'm 5'11" and 3/4. And him and I were landing in the same spot, and that shouldn't happen.
Gotcha.
So what he was doing,
striding.
he just had that big up and was lazy coming this way. All right, so from this view, you'll see what I was talking about as far as getting your stride out there. And again, the most important thing would be the athletic position, that back leg, so that you can have a nice bend and you can do anything. You can go home from here, you can go inside move to second, you can do your spin move to first. The most important thing is you want to be athletic. After that, you want to be able to get that stride up. One of the bad things I see is they get it up and it's just lazy coming this way. You want to be able to drive and push off that rubber. You want to be able to land as far that way as you can. Here and out that way. The further you are towards home plate, the more that ball is going to carry towards that hitter. And it's the difference between a guy turning on your fastball, a guy being late. So another thing we're going to recap on is the windup. What you want to do is, the problem I see is everybody coming far this way, then going this way, to then come this way. So we want to minimize the amount of movements we have going towards home plate. So we want to stay short, turn, get your balance, get your footing before you do anything. Up here, and then back to that nice drive. Out in front, as far out in front as you can. And from these angles, you'll see what it is to stride. No good? Good. Again, you don't want to be lazy this way. You want to drive that foot out.
All right, Franks, thanks so much for everything right there.
No problem,
Tune
Matty.
in next week for another tip. Frank's going to be a pitching guy. So every time you see Frankie, you're going to see a great pitching video. Thank you, Frank. We'll see you next week.
No problem. See you next week.